Well, what's the crack? Dr. Evil here, Queen of the frickin' world. And this is the series where we see who the next Queen of the frickin' world is, as we review UK vs. the World Season 3! What's that, Mr. Bigglesworth? They should bring back the lipsticks? I think so too.
BLU, baby join the queue, we got room for you!
Yes, it is the Snatch Game this week, and we are reviewing episode 3. We've seen Gwadland won the first challenge and saved Minty with the chippy tea. And sadly, we saw Melinda Verga go home. My pretty cock. Naomi has entered back into the workroom. She is kissing the floors. Rightfully so, because I honestly thought that lip sync deserved a double sachet. We're at the mirrors, wiping away Melinda's lipstick message, and all of the queens are talking about Melinda not knowing the words. I have been on Drag Race, and you do not know what someone is doing with their face when they're lip syncing. You can only see the back of their head. So I feel like there's some production shenanigans or a queen with a big mouth that is telling everyone that Melinda did not know the words. As we're cleaning up the lipstick, I kind of realised that Melinda is like another Canadian pork chop. We've had Lemon, Kendall Jenner, now Melinda Verga. I think Canadian drag is incredible. That's why I avenged Jimbo. I love that Gwadland is enjoying her win. I could tell that she has Invisalign. I had Invisalign. Some queens need to go back to All-Stars with Botox, and some of us just need a bit of dental care. Zahira and Sminty are plucked. I feel like Zahira should not be as upset as Sminty, but they're kind of like feeding off each other's energy. It's giving very Mean Girls, Regina George and Katie Heron. I did love Sminty saying that Mariah looked like Liza Minnelli stuck at the bottom of a kid's slide. Like, that is a read that is so iconic. But Mariah also said her piece too. She said that she looked like a fag bin. It's so weird to hear an American say the word fag in the context of a cigarette. And she also said, I think somewhat rightfully so, that anything can look couture on a skinny body. I think a lot of model-esque queens have gotten away with, you know, relying on their body. But I don't think in this case that applies to Sminty. I think she did look good. Fontana can't take the reading. She's like, bucket. And in fairness, she did look basic. Like Zahira said, I think she looked like she stumbled through Primark. Everything was like kind of well made, but it was just all a leopard print hodgepodge. Bring it to the hodgepodge. Sminty sticking out her tongue is crazy. Like, Sminty was like, did you win? Or did you win because of Melinda's sloppy words? And I feel like both of those things can be true at the same time. Per Naomi, after that terrible lip sync, is being read for filth by these UK girls. And then the next day in the workroom, they apologise to Fontana and not Naomi. It's crazy. Anyway, it's a new day in the workroom. I'm so glad that Gwadland just got to enjoy her win and no one came for her. Sminty was just upset for not being in the top. Fontana wants to clear the air, and so does Zahira and Sminty. I don't know why Naomi wasn't part of this conversation because she was equally red. Meow. RuPaul comes in and announces that it's Snatch Game, a challenge that I have won. Oh my goodness. I would be eating up this season of UK vs. the World if I was on it. Everyone kind of looks nervous, especially Naomi. They did like a close-up of her and it literally looked like she was gulping. She was like, gulp. So there are 3 rounds to this Snatch Game pageant. What I'm wondering is, were they told in advance that this is going to be a pageant, or did they find out on set? When we did like the Family Fortunes version of Snatch Game, we found out on set. And we didn't know how that was going to play out, so it was very hard to prepare for the jokes. Whereas this felt like they really had prepared for the jokes, so I don't know. I would love to be enlightened. We get 3 opportunities to see the queens represent their characters that they've chosen. Gwadland and Minty both flopped at their Snatch Games, and Zahira had never done it. So if I was at that table, I would immediately get up and relocate to someone who could help me with the Snatch Game. Zahira says that making Ru laugh is a strategy. That's not the strategy. That's the challenge. Okay, and now we go over to Kate and Mariah. They're talking about their alliance. While this conversation is happening, Kate's tattoo eyebrows are very arched today. She was ready to have an intriguing conversation. Mariah really wants this alliance for some reason, even though I don't think any of the UK girls have done especially well comparatively to Gwadland and Fontana. Kate is saying that she was almost like embarrassed by how Zahira and Sminty were getting on. I actually think that Sminty let her ass hang out the way she did because she realised that there was no lipsticks that were going to send her home. No one's going to be able to send me home, so I don't need any friends anymore. and that has not played well for any kind of alliance that Kate might have been in. Mariah is also a Snatch Game loser, so I don't know how this Snatch Game is gonna go. I did better on my second time at the Snatch Game, because you kind of know what you're in for. Okay, so Rue enters the workroom, and we've got the walk rounds. Well, it's no longer walk rounds. Rue just stands at a table and makes the queens walk to him. Okay, Naomi is doing some kind of commentary here. The whole room is gagged. I thought the outfit she had on the table was Nessa. From Gavin and Stacey. I don't know how this was allowed. I know another queen who auditioned with J.K. Rowling and they were told not to do it because of how political it was. So how the hell are they allowing Hitler to be done on the Snatch Game? Surely there's another German character Naomi could do. Like Heimlich from Bug's Life.
Ow! I hate performing on an empty stomach.
Rue didn't like Kate's last Snatch Game, but I do love the idea of Humpty Dumpty. She sat on a wall, she had a great fall. I think there's a lot of fun that you could have with that. Minty is saying that she's doing a straight unicorn. How in that short period of time is she going to get across that she's a unicorn that's straight? I just have no idea where she's going with this. Serena wants to do an 80s comedian. She hasn't made Rue laugh once yet in their brief encounters. She hasn't made me laugh yet. Mariah's first Snatch Game was dodgy AF. She's doing Jackie Harry, who I have no idea who that is. But I did love Mariah reading the unicorn.
Don't tell the unicorn.
Godland is so cute. Every time she's on TV, it's such a delight. She's just so enjoyable, really likable, really funny. She's gonna do Cardi B, who she knows nothing about. I forgot that Sminty went home on an improv challenge. UK Drag Race has not done one of these terrible challenges in a while. I hate all those Bossy Rossy kind of challenges. Ugh. No. The Pussycat Dolls are gonna be there. They did this weird social content for the BBC earlier in the day that I saw where they had to describe their favourite UK moment on Drag Race, and they had no idea. They had never seen Drag Race. You can tell they were fed lines. They were like, I love UK Hun.
Drag Race moments was when the United King dolls did UK Hun. Love it.
It's right? There's a wee chat going on with Kate and Naomi. I think this was an important chat. I think it's what the producers are doing to kind of say, this is why we're letting Naomi have this moment. And Kate is a great person to have this conversation with too, because Kate is very political and intellectual. I feel like we got a bit of context for the character Naomi's doing. The Pussycat Dolls love a gig. They have no idea about anything that is going on. But they both look gorgeous. I don't even know their names. I thought they were both the same Pussycat Doll, but now seeing them in the room together, I'm like, oh, they're two different people. I loved Kate's initial impression as Humpty Dumpty. The little puppets, there's something I've done before as Mike Wazowski. The jokes were okay. With that kind of humor, it's only going to be a certain kind of person that gets it. And it's not the Drag Race audience. RuPaul wants you to be stupid. What I'm wondering is, these all feel really pre-written. And I'm wondering if they got them even before they arrived on set. And the Snatch Games I did, you got the questions 5 minutes before you went to set. So I was able to go, okay, well, I have jokes for these and write them in place and memorize them. But these feel scripted almost. Jackie Harry was fun. I really liked seeing Mariah be goofy. She looked great. The walk, she was being silly, she was doing all this. It was kind of cute. Zahira's makeup was really fun. That was such a simple way to kind of make it look like she had had lots of surgery, that little nose piece. Fontana comes out, she looks incredible. Her wee face looks so painted. I know we said Morphine looked like the ladybug from Bug's Life, but in this moment, Fontana looks like the ladybug from Bug's Life. Bug's Life is coming up a lot in this episode. When she was telling her jokes, I literally went, ugh. Next up is Sminty. I love her furry costume. It's so fierce. I had no idea what direction she was going to go with this, but did I think she was going to be like a TikTok hun? I feel like she knows the character that she's playing inside and out. This is the only one that did not feel scripted. It felt fun, funny, off the cuff, and a lot of humor. So Minty is playing this straight unicorn. She's talking like a computer. Everything she says, she's saying like this. I didn't love it. And she wasn't able to give us anything about her character in the short, sentence that she had. Whereas I feel like a lot of the other queens were able to. Godland! It's ridiculous. She comes out, she's batshit crazy. Rue loves ridiculous. But Rue loves ridiculous that isn't over the top. We don't want Snatch Game Season 4. Snicky wants smush smush. Snicky wants smush smush. We don't want Snatch Game Season 4. Romper room fuckery. Serena's jokes don't feel as prepared as anyone else, which I guess she was. This isn't who she thought she was going to do. Didn't Serena tell us that she was a comedian as well? I'm so confused. Naomi didn't make me personally laugh. I don't know. I couldn't really make her out, but there was some freaking laughter from the judges, I'll tell you that much. Good for Naomi that she's getting a laugh out of the judges, because no one else was. There's now like a question segment. Some bits I liked. I thought Kate, when she said, "I've got a degree." Scotland is saying everything in a ridiculous way, and it's making me laugh. When she was talking about fire and putting it out with her pussy juice, it was like the most ridiculous stuff, but Rue loves ridiculousness. Zahira is just making the same joke over and over. I think Sminty has been really fun and really smart. It feels so natural. Tana is just not funny, bless her. I feel so bad. She is so likable, like her wee face. You just want her to succeed, but she's not. I think Minty is so stiff. I feel like she does not have the Snatch Game in her. Like, she doesn't want to let loose and have fun. Let loose and have some fun. She's just like, hello, I'm Sminty. I wear nice outfits. No, Minty. And Mariah is very confident. The swimsuit thing was crap. Load of crap. Did not need to be done. I did not make a single note on it because none of it was interesting. And Raven wins the Snatch Game. Raven did look lovely. She actually looked beautiful. There are some definite flops and some definite tops in this Snatch Game. So my top 3 in the Snatch Game. In 3rd place, I would probably give that to Mariah. It just made me giggle. In 2nd place, I would give that to Godland because I thought it was chaotic. I thought it was funny. I thought her jokes maybe weren't as funny and as smart as my 1st place, which was Sminty. I just feel like she really embodied the character. She looked well. And she made jokes. She knew who she was trying to portray. And my 3 bottom placements in no particular order. Minty, who just felt very stiff. Serena, I feel like it was just underprepared, sadly. And for some reason, her swimsuit was better than her actual costume. And Fontana, who just could not make me laugh. Fontana does not seem scared, but I think she should be. Minty is the exact same. Minty is Delulu. I love that Zahira is the Drag Race encyclopedia. She used to do Drag Race inspired makeups on her YouTube channel, so maybe she's just like some crazy super fan who has been obsessed with the show for years and years, like me. Meow. It's time for the runway. Rue is trying something different. She looks like a fruit salad sweet. I like the pink hair. I like the pink and the green. The dress is a bit simple. It looks kind of like H&M.
I don't want to see any fucking H&M.
So do Michelle and Alan. They look very cute. And Jade is here. The guest judge is Jade. Jade has judged me twice. Jade is an incredible judge. I loved that the runway was Let Them Eat Cake. I misheard it and thought it was Let Them Eat Cake. And I thought they had just done a Marie Antoinette runway to piss Michelle off. And there's someone at the front of the stage with a leaf blower who was doing a terrible job of catching all the capes with the wind. I thought no one's cape went up really dramatically. They should have dropped him in a lake full of sharks with freaking laser beams on their head. First up is Minty. And I loved this outfit. I love the iridescence of it. I like these little antennas that were coming off the corset and crossing over. The makeup was stunning. It's not often that anything other than a black lash goes down well on that runway, but even Michelle was saying that she loved the lash. I have seen Minty in these kind of drapey cloaks a lot before. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I love these little moments of Rue at the end of Minty and Sminty's runway where she's like, "Goddess," and she's like, "You just look beautiful." I love it when Rue just literally compliments the queens. It's more like she is just admiring their drag rather than critiquing them on a drag race show, you know? Sminty is hitting the runway and she just looks so elegant. Imagine having the brain to think that a shadow would be a cool look. And it was so well done as well. It cut around the face, it cut across the corset. Her hair is the best part in the blower. I just think she looks stunning. I quite like Serena's look. Finally, we found something that I like. Her body was snatched. She looked so tiny and her hips looked great. I thought her body looked amazing. I like the makeup too, even though she said later that she looks like a shit panda. And I think that this runway was not elevated to the level of the other queens, sadly. Next up is Mariah. The makeup looks stunning. I feel like actually the makeup brought the whole look together because realistically it was a bodysuit, some thigh-high boots, gloves, and this big fitted sheet. I said it looked like a bin bag, it looked like a butthole, it looked like a duvet. It did not look like a cape. Was this the same hair that she wore in the Snatch Game, but it was just ruffled up? Kate comes out and she is dressed as Sherlock Holmes. I've always wanted to do a look like this, just like this as well. I'm pretty sure I have it drawn somewhere. that it was going to be one of my looks. When we did the Butch runway on UK vs. the World, I was going to do Sherlock Holmes rather than the big muscle man that I ended up doing. I was actually going to say that this looks like the same dress that she made last week, and then she said that she made it herself. So she brought the same pattern, but I think Kate looked great. The only thing I would have changed was the little hat. As soon as Naomi came out, I was like, she looks so tall. Why did she look taller this week? White is so glam in drag. I'm pretty sure I've said that before, but with all the makeup going on, being able to keep something white just makes it seem so expensive. She looks so clumsy with the cape though, bless her. She wears these huge heels and then can't walk in them. I liked her being a little bit goofy and cleaning the stage. I think that's what we want to see from Naomi. We don't want to see just a model. This is my favourite look from Zahira so far. It is so draggy. It is so cartoony. She handmade her own mustache. Props to that. We love to see an extra hidden talent. And the judges are having so much fun this runway. They're laughing at everyone's comments. I'm like, was there drinks being had backstage? Also, did y'all clock Jade's little face tape on the side? Anyway, Fontana, I want this outfit. The stones were beautiful. There were so many of them, and I loved like the little diamond ones being encrusted in certain places. Oh, gorgeous. Yeah, and this is a look where I wanted to see the leaf blower doing a better job. Goodland turns the corner, and I think everyone's jaw drops. Come on, this look is so clean. This look is something that a judge should wear, not a contestant. The wig was beautiful. It framed her face. Her makeup was stunning. I have no idea how someone has had such a glow up in such a little time. Godland, you are clearly the fashion girly of the season. Okay, so my top 3 for the runways. In third place, I would give it to Sminty. It was so elegant. It was beautiful. In second place, I would give it to Fontana because I want to wear this outfit. It is so beautiful. And in first place, it is Godland. It's just perfect. It's perfect. And in the bottoms, Serena, I'm so sorry. It's just not as elevated as everyone else's. Mariah's also, it was like a duvet set. Yeah, I think the third one is Kate. It's not that it's a bad look, it's just that everyone else really looked amazing this episode. When Zahira's called safe, she walked off and she hit Minty in the face with her cape. I was like, that's so rude. The biggest laugh that I got of this entire episode, and it should have really been an episode where I was laughing a lot, was Serena saying that she couldn't hear Rue laugh. That made me giggle, but then she went on to do this weird Cher impression. She was like, oh, fuck the Rue was like, what did you just say? I'm like, where was this earlier, Serena? You're so funny. When the judges are critiquing Sminty, I feel like Rue just knows that Sminty has it all. Sminty has proven that she's beautiful. She's funny. She can write a good song. Like, crown her already. The winner of this week is Godland again. I bet the other queens' pussies are clenched. Godland has secured herself as the frontrunner of the season. She made me laugh. She made Rue laugh. She looked incredible. She deserves it. I can tell that Rue has a real soft spot for Godland, especially with the back and forth about the chippy tea. I can already tell that Fontana is starting her campaign to get the fishy tea. The fishy tea? The chippy tea. Because she's standing on the runway we're in Untucked. And I live for them cutting to Fontana. She is ready to plead her case. Well, actually, what I didn't realize at the time of writing my notes is that she was looking for her fucking bucket. The cameras could not get on her quick enough when she was puking her guts up. I love the queen's going to hold her hair, even though she didn't have any hair. It was all just cape. I'm also loving in this Untucked that Serena is showing her humor. She's talking about her panda eyes. She's doing her little Cher impression. Where was this in the Snatch Game? Call me a mind reader. Call me That's So Raven. But when Fontana was pleading her case to Godland, Godland couldn't look at Fontana. And I was thinking, this is another Pangina moment. There is no way that Godland's going to pick Fontana from the way that this interaction went down. Okay, back to the runway. The chippy tea looked really good with the Godland's runway when she was walking up with it. We've got another fierce lip sync look from Minty, which I love. And Serena looks like she is first time in drag. This is a straight out of the bag wig. A dance costume with no rhinestones on it. Godland is playing the game. Godland picks Serena. Fontana's gonna be pissed. I get her not picking Minty. Last week she picked Minty. This week she picked Minty to go home because she's making her lip sync against Fontana. I think this is Godland locking in. She knows that she can't keep big competitors around for much longer. The lip sync song is Angel of My Dreams.
Find the note.
Fontana is doing too much. Immediately She's flipping and dipping her hair. Minty is giving the energy of the song to me. Like, the song is cool and chill. It's not doing all this stuff that Fontana is doing. This lip sync is reminding me of little Kenya Michaels dancing around Latrice. I also loved that Minty was not ready to move for Fontana rolling down a river. Rolling down a river? Rolling down the runway. I think it was probably the best lip sync that we've had so far this season. Actually, the first one was good, wasn't it? But I feel like this lip sync, I would have given it to Minty. She gave the song way more. And although they did do a few close-ups of Minty maybe flubbing a few words, I feel like she still got most of the song. And you can't really expect non-native English speakers to lip sync English songs that they've only heard maybe for the first time 2 weeks ago. I think there should have been some grace given and Minty should have won. Although that would have been incredibly gaggy to see Fontana go because she is a frontrunner. And I do love Fontana. Although I think this is the moment where Fontana has changed her fate. She collapses on the stage and then gets up and does like some little dance and goes back to the back of the stage. It was gaggy. I feel like Rue was over it, the girls were over it, Minty was definitely over it, and I don't know about you, but watching from home, I was a bit over it too. Minty is ever the professional, ever poised. She's gonna wait for Fontana to get up and get to the back and get over whatever the hell she just did. You know what? It's gaggy to see Minty go home so early. I thought she was huge competition. Maybe Minty was just gaggy on her original season because it was the first season of Philippines. Whatever the case may be, I'm shocked to see Minty go. I love Drag Race Philippines and I'm sad to see that representation go as well. Minty was one of my top 4. I thought going into this, she had so much to give. I would say this is the end of the episode, but there was such a fierce little moment where Fontana shades Godland as they're walking up the runway for Let the Music Play. You just know that there's going to be drama next episode. Okay, so at the end of that episode, we have Godland, who has had a top 2 placement and has 2 repeater badges. We have Fontana, who now has a win and has been in bottom place. Serena got the chippy tea, and sadly, Minty Fresh has gone home. Aww. I'm super excited for the next episode. It's girl bands. I wanna break up. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, a challenge that I won this week and a challenge that I won next week. My 2 repeater badges. Bananarama, I think, were the judges, which is kind of fun. I actually lip-synced to Venus by Bananarama and it was terrible. The whole preview for the next episode was the Godland and Fontana fight. What is it with the start of these episodes being so dramatic and lots of fighting? But I'm enjoying it. Thank you so much for freaking watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for all the love and the comments that you have been leaving on my videos. I've really enjoyed making them, and I hope you're enjoying watching them. Anyway, I will see you next week for more UK versus the world. Until then, goodbye.
BLU.